So we've been working really hard on the Project Fox, really trying to grind this thing out and get some work done to it. And we're probably about 90% complete, minus the engine, that is, because we still have to do the engine in the car. So what I'm gonna do in this video is, I guess, do like a big reveal. You guys have already seen the car a few times. We've got the interior pretty much done now. So I'm just gonna turn the camera around, show you the Project Fox and also the Retro Fox and its new look, because honestly, it looks pretty freaking sick. All right, guys, let's go ahead and do a 2-for-1. These are the 18-inch Celine SC wheels that were on this car. This is what actually came with this car whenever I bought it, were these wheels. John was gonna do a gray, almost like a lead foot gray, I guess, with these wheels. So it's probably a very similar combination as to what he was gonna do with the car. My buddy that I bought the car from, that is. So before we go any further, I always get the question, what gray is this? This is M7 carbonized gray. So the paint code is M7. On here, I'll put it up on the screen for you guys. Let's go ahead and take a look at the interior after well, we're not done with the interior. We still have a few pieces. I've got a cup holder console coming and a few other things, but with that being said, let's go ahead and look at the interior. Obviously the seats need to be recovered, and we will get to that here pretty soon. And I was going to try to save the carpet and re-dye it, but it works for right now, but it definitely needs some new carpet in it. We obviously have new floor mats and they just stick out like a sore thumb, and there's about 5 different colors of red in here because of that. Anyway guys, with that being said, this is what we've come up with on the interior. And I'm gonna be honest with you, it looks really good in person. On camera, I don't know how it's all gonna look. It looks good in person. We still, like I said, have the cup holder console it's on its way actually, and then a new bezel here. We have all new switches coming because this one's broken, and this one just comes on whenever it wants to. Door panels came out nice, and of course these doors shut really good. We now have the molding on the side of the car. That really helps it out a lot. Man, I don't know what it was about it, but it's amazing just how much something like that can help the car out. Here's kind of a look through the interior of the car. You can see how that red just really stands out. So I'm really liking this shade of red. I do like the darker shade as well though. So the Napa red still works really, really good if you guys want to keep more of a dark burgundy type look with your interior. So that may be an option for you. If you want to brighten it up a little bit and go a little more red, then you can go with the Portello red. Like, we put a lot of hard work and effort into this thing to get it where it is right now, and it's a drivable car. Like, when we first got this thing, it would barely run. So now it is a drivable car. The only issues with it, like I've said before, is overdrive. It doesn't want to go into overdrive for whatever reason. This car needs some gears in it, stuff like that. But man, you can get in this thing right now and you can drive it anywhere. So I like that. That's pretty cool. At some point though, we want to paint under the engine bay of this thing, so we got to get this motor out. As you can see, we went with the black 5.0 emblems. John, that I got the car from, already had all this stuff bought. So really, pretty much everything you see, he bought the hood, the wheels, the badges, the headlights, the fog lights, and the tail lights. So I didn't go out and source all of this stuff. It came with the car. I still have to go get my trim that goes around the back glass. I still have to go get that. All right, so we got to get into some tips and tricks that I have learned along the way, and when it comes to interior and some of the stuff that we've recently done to this car. Let me go ahead and share a few of those tips with you guys right now. So when you're run channel molding, there's no easy way really to do this, but this is what I will tell you on it. Okay, take your door panel off, and there's a rod right here. that your window actually slides down in. It's a metal rod, and that's where the channel is actually. So there's a channel down here, and this molding goes down into that channel. There's a bolt here and a bolt here. Go ahead, take those bolts off, slide this channel back, and then it's easier to push your molding up into the channel once you get that bracket out of the way over here a little bit. Okay, so that's a good tip that I can tell you. Have you ever tried to put a new dash pad in and the nuts feel like they're cross threading on the back of the dash pad? Like your factory nuts that would have come off of your original dash pad don't want to go on here. Now this is the second time I've had this happen. What we have found out is the new dash pad is actually an 8/32 thread, right? So we went to the hardware store and got 3 8/32 nuts, and we actually took the dash pad with us. The problem here is if you go to put your nuts on the back side of this dash pad and a cross thread and you turn it too much, you can actually spin the bolt that's like epoxied into the back of this pad, right? If you ever spin that bolt, that stud that's attached to the back of this, there's no way to get in there to hold that stud to be able to get the nut off. So now you're really in a mess, and you've got a dash pad that's half on and half off, and it causes all sorts of problems. It is a nightmare to get off. So listen to me, if you buy a new dash pad, check the nuts that you're going to use and make sure they'll thread on before you ever push the dash pad up in the car. Just test it and see. If they don't fit, if the nuts that come off of your old dash pad don't fit, I suggest you take it to the hardware store or somewhere with you, to the auto parts store, and you try to find the correct nut. Just take it in there with you and know for sure before you ever stick this thing in the car. Another thing, whenever you're putting your outer belt molding on, so this trim piece right here, the best thing you can do is loosen your mirror up. So there's two nuts back here for your mirror. Just loosen them up ever so slightly so you can wiggle your mirror around, because this thing actually has to lock down and then slide over. And if your mirror is too tight up into the car, that won't actually be able to slide up there. So loosen your mirror just a little bit, slide these on, then lock your mirror back down, and you should be good to go. So those are just a few of the little things that I kind of ran into that I thought you guys might want to know about. Sorry I didn't get a lot of video, so I have covered all of this in past videos with the Calypso clone, as a matter of fact. So if you guys really want to know like more about the interior and how it works and how to get stuff in and out, go back to the Calypso build and you should be able to find a lot of that information there. There's also a lot of other videos out there that can help you out. All right, so let's go give her a quick drive and we'll wrap this video up. Is actually really quiet on the inside, like no rattles really to speak of. There's a few things in the back that we still need to address, but guys, check it out. There's something to be said about a good automatic car. Something you can just get in and just go. guys up right there and we'll do a drive-by. How about that? I figured we'd try something different, and I just set the camera up and drive by it. Maybe you guys can see the color and how it changes. Well, let's get this thing up here and talk about it. So there she is. Like I said, it's got a little bit of a noise going on with this thing. I don't exactly know what it is, but we're not too concerned about that because we're going to put a new motor in this thing anyway. I think it turned out really good, guys. It's different. Oh yeah, I forgot all about my broken tailpipe back here. So beautiful car though. I just wanted to come out and show you guys what you can accomplish when you set your mind to it, okay? There we go. Thank you guys so much for coming along with me on this journey in this car. I'm enjoying it. It's going to be my probably more of a daily driver type thing than any of the other cars. So it's going to have scratches. It's going to have nicks. It's not going to be perfect. It's probably going to have some door dings in it, but it's fine. All right, guys, I'll catch you in the next one. And as always, thanks for watching.